Hello everyone, welcome to the Imperial HoloNet. I'm GID123.
And I'm Ridley Antilles.
Neurocode couldn't make it today, so we are going to do a special episode about comic book, or more importantly, the future of Star Wars comics moving forward after the Vader issue is done.
And now that because Vader's ending, and also the thing that we were both really excited about and we're talking about like a week ago, the Rogue Squadron 3-part mini and one shot have been canceled.
Rogue One.
Or sorry, Rogue One setup
Right.
thing.
Right. They're still doing the book though, right?
Well, yes, they're still doing Catalyst
Okay, they're doing Catalyst.
and the unnamed character book.
Right. So with that being said, we decided to throw out our ideas to see what we want from a Star Wars comic. Not the
Well,
main.
first let's talk about what we think the cancellation of Vader means, judging by the fact that Star Wars is still going. Do you think that they will do post-episode 5 or post-episode 5 stuff?
Most likely, yes. I would say so. I think eventually, in the Star Wars comic, I think the Star Wars comic has the potential to be anthology driven eventually down the line. Like it starts out with a story, then eventually it can go to different places, and then
Like Republic.
yeah, sort of like that. I actually,
Yeah, and I feel like I don't know, because I wonder if Vader is going to end with issue 25 setting up the probes being launched out at the beginning of Empire, and maybe that ends there, and then Star Wars ends there as well, and then cuts to after Empire, or will it like I don't know what if because
how
I
much time
don't
has
want
passed
them
in
to
Vader?
just it's 8 years I think or 8 months I mean. What I'm worried about is what do you call it
Sorry.
what was it called Shadow of the Empire. I'm worried that will be no longer canon, or well it already isn't canon, but I'm worried that they'd step on that too much.
Hmm. Well, that's definitely the difficult, isn't it? 'Cause on the one hand, you gotta move forward, or you can go backward. You could go backward. Yeah, that's definitely the tricky thing, isn't it? I don't know what they're gonna do. How much time has passed in the Vader book?
2 years.
Okay, yeah. So that's definitely enough time then, because that's how much time passed in Empire. Before
And in the
Empire,
real world.
that too, and in the real world, so we're good. It's always so weird reading comics and when you get them all in trade because it doesn't look. You don't know how much time has passed. But then again, I guess Star Wars too.
Even in comics, it can be like 3 years worth of comics can be a month for the characters.
That's true. It's so weird. The timeline's always a little weird that way. But yeah, I agree with you. Like, I don't know, like how much of Shadow of the Empire will be stepped on, or just if they'll just reduce Shadows of the Empire, maybe they'll do because we already have a post Jedi comic book in both Aftermath and well, not Aftermath in Shattered Empire. That's the post Jedi stuff. Um, so yeah, that's definitely weird. But that being said, we actually have, or I have at least, made a list of other comics I want them to do once they're done with Vader, and maybe once they start expanding even more. So should I just read my list?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, the first one, obvious one, Clone Wars comics. Just use the new continuity and just add in adventures that we didn't get to see.
About Ahsoka, Anakin, and Obi-Wan, or like since we focused on them, what was Kit Fisto doing during that time, or what was Plo Koon, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Um,
I heard we had Star Wars Clone Wars ongoing apparently that my local comic book store has that I keep forgetting about. Uh, I know that had like a Plo Koon arc, and I think there was a Darth Maul Savage Opress Mandalorian thing.
yeah, I remember those. Um,
But so what would it be about?
oh, what you just said, it'd be like the Lost Adventures of Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka. Maybe not directly adapting Lost screenplay, but maybe that's some inspiration as well. Just fill in those little gap areas. Maybe even do it earlier, like what happened in the first days of the Clone Wars. That sort of thing.
Like
Like
how this continuity's Anakin got his star,
that too. I would like, or that too, or
or
just
just recanonize Republic for that one because I really like that story.
that too, or just show what happened. Like what's the day two of the battle after the Battle of Geonosis? Like, what is it?
The Battle of Raxus Prime.
Oh yeah, that. So like
Like, oh yeah, there is one.
I don't remember.
I didn't know about that until a while back because I'm doing an RPG and my character is monitoring the Kion cluster.
Was it Raxus Prime in Clone Wars TV series?
I believe it was at some point,
Mm.
but yeah. But so what would you do aside from Anakin, Obi-Wan, and whatnot?
Focus on like maybe Maul some more, do some Plo Koon stuff, a couple Yoda adventures. I did actually, no, I'll save that for later because it's sort of a different thing. Do some Rex stuff with Cody, the gang, the Fives and his friends, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe add some new characters as well. Maybe even show General Grell at his prime before he went crazy. It's like a prequel to that.
Ooh, I get the sense that he was always crazy.
That's true, but show how he fully fell to the dark side.
Okay, so he never showed up in Clone Wars, but according to the episode guide for Heroes on Both Sides, the relationship between Raxus Prime and the capital world of Raxus has not yet been specified.
Mm.
They were intended to be different.
Oh, gotcha.
So Raxus is in that, but Raxus Prime isn't.
Okay.
So it is supposed to be two different worlds.
Okay, I got confused because I knew Raxus was important. But I just didn't know. Sorry, Raxus Prime. Okay. That's my number one. My number two is just mostly for me. I don't know, most people wouldn't like it. I say once you're done with Star Wars Rebels, give them a comic too. Maybe they could even have they have a Kanan comic, but I just say fill in some lost gaps as well. Same with Clone Wars as well. Sort of that same thing. Not much to say there. My number three is the one that I know won't happen yet, but I want it to happen, and I want Karen Gillian to write it, and that's the Kylo Ren comic. Show the early days of Kylo Ren. Show him trying to, learn the ropes of the First Order and the dark side and what have you.
I don't know. He's more of a badass villain kind of person. I'd expect him to do Hux, since he does really good Imperial crazy people.
Hux, the comic book. I actually almost put that.
They need to get Gillen because he would probably just nail it when writing Hux.
Hux.
I mean, I know some people probably want a Phasma thing. I don't think Phasma needs to be fleshed out. I feel like just leave that character to the wayside.
Well, they're gonna show in episode 8. Anyway.
I know, but because I know a lot of people really want that character to be fleshed out. They're like, look at how much potential stories you could do with that. It's like, yeah, she's a blank slate, but you have two characters in Hux and Ren who are also open to a lot of story potential, and they at least have a base character.
And Snoke. Snoke has.
But we can't know anything about Snoke is the thing.
That's true. So yeah, that's my number 3.
It's all Snoke and mirrors.
Snoke and mirrors. That's awesome. Number 4. More stuff between episodes 6 and 7. We got 3 years. Be fun.
We need to do some of that stuff because, we have the Poe Dameron book, but as I've been saying recently after reading Bloodlines, he doesn't really capture the tension of that era. It's just Rebels versus Rebel group versus Empire. While it doesn't capitalize on the fact that there was a republic around. It's not just the rebellion versus a big tyrannical dictatorship. There's another party in there that is also good guys but are cowards. And we don't really seem to do anything about that, and that's really depressing because they're not a rebellion. They're a vigilante group. They are freaking Star Wars Minutemen.
Actually, I was thinking more 5 years after Return of the Jedi, or 10 years, something in between that, before the Resistance was formed, but after the Empire fell.
Yeah, I mean, our ideas, we haven't put out the video yet, but my idea for, Dala is have her be, an enemy who's still kind of up and kicking, after they destroy everything. Also, Xizor. Xizor.
Xizor I can see them doing. Though they do Xizor, that means Shadows of the Empire is out of the game, because Xizor died at the end of that book.
You could change it, or clone him.
That's true. Always good
Or have it be his son.
His son, Xizor Jr.
I was going to go with Xizor, but sure.
Okay. So that's my number 4. My number 5, Darth Maul. I don't know, maybe do a comic of how Darth Maul got to the Malachor Temple, or maybe some more stuff during his prime as Sidious's assassin.
Shadow Assassin.
Shadow Assassin. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I really want to see. But here's what's sad about doing stuff between episodes 6 and 7. Luke is just a hermit, meaning that you can't do like Luke going around and kicking some butt.
Well, how long was he a hermit for? That's my question.
Right after the Battle of Jakku.
Are you sure?
They say that after Jakku he retired and went away.
Interesting. Well, he could have been kicking butt, just not in secret.
Yeah, but they kind of. I think the implication, especially with what Pablo has been saying, is that he's just been sitting around. Because, I mean, Pablo loves to bash the EU for the fact that they never got a rest. Because, you know, we totally asked over and over again for Luke and Han play, you know, Scrabble, in a retirement center, the book. You know, that was a massive fan request that they never gave us.
That'd be cool.
Usually, who cares if they were in a constant state of war? The books are good. That's fine.
I don't know. I just thought the constant state of war was always a bit too much. I like a little peace.
Well, yeah, but there was peace between books.
That's true.
It's just that we didn't. It's just that things were out of order. Because think about the fact that after Isar's Revenge, you got like 5 years or so before Thrawn shows up, or at least before Thrawn takes more power.
Good old Thrawn.
So you got 5 years of moderate peace.
Wasn't there a thing with the warlord Zijing?
Yes, but that wasn't like they were, you know, that was still 5 years. That might have been a conflict that was going for a few years or throughout, but, well, they're soldiers. They're going to be involved in these conflicts. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to spend every single waking moment, you know, fighting in them. Plus, you get the sense with Han, and, like, I've seen a lot of people say, you know, like, oh, Han and Leia, you know, relationship was never fleshed out that much in the old EU, but I think it's more because it's just that they are better when, like they say in episode 7, when they're doing what they do best, which is fighting.
That's what they do.
So the old EU, you know, they would just drop their kids off with Winter and, you know, go around and shoot some, you know, fascists.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
That is fun.
I mean, come on. Would you really want to would you rather have a bunch of stories about them in retirement or a bunch of stories about Leia shooting a fascist?
Yeah, that would be true.
It's Leia, fascist hunter. It's awesome.
Leia, fascist hunter. That needs to be a book or a comic. Leia, fascist hunter.
Maybe we can get a good Leia miniseries.
Ooh,
I'm sorry, Mark Wade, but it wasn't that good.
No.
I expect better from you, Mark.
I don't know who Mark Wade is. What did he write?
He wrote the Leia miniseries.
Well, I knew that, but anything else?
That you would know? Or in general?
That I would know, or just in general.
He had one of the greatest runs on Daredevil. He wrote Kingdom Come. He wrote Justice League Year One, which is my first comic I ever read.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Mark Wade. I don't know if he's done any other Star Wars stuff, but he has like one of the biggest bibliographies of any writer. I know his bibliography is a separate page. He did a bunch of he did some issues of Action Comics. He did a massive run on the Flash. Bunch of Impulse stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Flash, Nightwing, like a bunch of Flash team-ups. He has one of the biggest runs ever for the Flash. He did Justice League Quarterly, Justice League Task Force, Justice League Year One. Had a good run on JLA. He wrote a bunch of Legion stuff. Again, Kingdom Come, its sequel, The Kingdom. He wrote The Silver Age, one-shot thing. He helped out with 52, which is one of the best comics published. He did Onslaught. He did X-Men. Or it's just the 2 issues on X-Men. He created Winter Soldier. He had a massive run on Captain America. He did a really good run on Amazing Spider-Man. He did Amazing Spider-Man Family Business. He had a run on Kazar. He had a run on Fantastic Four that went really long. He had, again, his great run on Daredevil. He did Indestructible Hulk. He did, he's doing Black Widow right now.
Gotcha.
He's one of the greatest comic book writers ever.
That one comes to Princess Leia, apparently.
Yeah.
What?
It's really sad because it's Mark Waid. And like they've gotten so many powerhouse writers. I mean, like the 3PO one shot is written by James Robinson and drawn by Tony Harris.
Wow.
Like they are a powerhouse team, and they're the guys who did Starman. I'm guessing you don't know what that is.
No, I'm still waiting for the Grant Morrison comic. Give me that. I will read that forever.
Oh, he is never coming back to Marvel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it. Okay. Okay, I actually do have some more. My number 6. A Rex in Exile commentary. How did he get to that desert planet?
Rex and Mitra Surik.
Yep.
I already ruined Mitra Surik for Cole yesterday, so.
Oh. Yeah, I want to see, like, no, I don't.
Mitra Surik and Treya.
Oh, right.
I'm horrible.
But yeah, like, I want to see, like, Rex getting that chip out of his brain. I want to see Rex, how he got out of the Empire, what he was doing. Maybe he was kicking some stormtrooper butt in the side before he headed to the weird planet and lived.
Maybe we get to explain why the hell Tup was frozen on Dooku's personal ship.
That's a good point. Why was Tup frozen on Dooku's ship?
Maybe he went there and maybe he was going undercover and then accidentally froze himself or something.
He
went undercover as a droid.
He tripped.
Roger.
Roger. Oh, that's a good.
Yeah, my ears must be like broken.
He trips and accidentally freezes himself. That'd be awesome. But yeah, I want to see Rex doing his thing. How he got the beard.
How he got Gregor. How he got Wolf.
How he got the cool.
Apparently, those two are still alive. They're just sitting around.
Yeah, I don't know
why. I don't get why. I don't get that with Gregor at all. Especially because I hate the fact that they brought Gregor back in the first place.
Is he the crazy one or the rule one?
He's the Republic Commando.
Oh, right, he's the crazy one.
That was the one good thing about that droid's arc, was that awesome thing where he's like, sacrificing himself. He's like, I love that. It's like, where is he? It's like, oh, he's a soldier. He's doing what he does. He's doing what he does, sacrificing himself for others. I love that moment where he's just like, you help me remember who I am, and then he just blows everything up, and it's amazing.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that droid arc in forever.
I always watch that final scene because he's so cool. Horrible arc, but great Gregor stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not as good as the Domino Squad. Not Domino Squad. Was it Delta Squad?
Yeah, Delta Squad.
Delta Squad's cameo, which is amazing. They don't even shoot a gun. They just show up and they're like, sup.
Sup.
Like, Bosch just walks up, which actually Bosch gets a line, and it's great. I wish they brought back the actual voice actor, though.
Yeah. He was I love those guys. Ooh, that is cool. Okay. Number 7 is just for me, but I really want it. A General Grievous one-shot. I don't know. I want a story just about General Grievous being Grievous.
I know Dixon did a miniseries about that.
Yeah, I want something like that again. That'd be awesome.
Apparently wasn't that. I've read it. It wasn't that good from what I remember, which is weird because Dixon is the greatest thing in sliced bread in my mind.
We all have our days. And finally, my number 8, I want a Count Dooku series.
From what time period?
I don't know yet. I would be interested.
The life and death of Dooku.
That'd be nice. But maybe like seeing him form the Separatists, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I want to see him train Qui-Gon, though.
Oh, that too.
I mean, you could do flashbacks. Maybe that would be a cool way to do the flashbacks, is like have him doubting himself and be like, no, I have to turn back to light, and then be like, but they killed, they got Qui-Gon killed, and then have a flashback to him training Qui-Gon.
Right. Ooh,
and like show him slowly undoing everything he taught Qui-Gon and everything, show why he turned Qui-Gon into such a good man and why that in the end also broke Dooku.
Have Karen Gillan write that as well. I think that would work.
Oh yeah, he would be great for that series.
Christopher Lee's voice. So yeah, those are my suggestions. What were yours, Red? Did you come up with anything? I made those.
Well, I mean, I've been thinking about this for a while. I really hope Star Wars becomes an anthology book or becomes like Star Wars Tales or Empire or Rebellion. Maybe even have it be, or maybe even give it like at least a year in the prequel era, like just a year or two that's set solely in the prequel era as a continuing story. Maybe have Charles Soule take over and make it like Anakin Obi-Wan, but as an entire series.
Mhm.
And instead of canceling Star Wars and giving it like a new thing, or making Anakin Obi-Wan a series, just make it Star Wars to make it even more legitimate.
Cool. I don't know. Do you think they will cancel the Star Wars ongoing? That'd be.
I don't think they'll ever cancel it because it's good to have a book that's just called Star Wars.
Yeah.
So I think if I was them, I wouldn't keep that going and make Anakin Obi-Wan its own series. I would just make that one thing.
Yeah, I would probably do that.
I guess
Any one shots? Any particular characters?
I want to see a Jango Fett thing.
Oh yeah.
I want to see probably the early days of the Clone Wars in the new continuity because that's a gap that needs to be filled. I want to see an Afra miniseries.
Ooh, nice.
And recanonize some Old Republic stuff by having her find some things. And I want some Dark Time stuff that that gives like Ferrus Olin's stuff in the new continuity.
I just thought of something. I want to see Bail Organa get his due.
How would you do a Bail Organa series?
It's all covert stuff. Him setting up the early rebel cells. Maybe run some with Ahsoka. We set up some. Like plant the
Maybe
seeds.
show how Ahsoka recruited Wedge.
That too.
Like she's just on the ground and he starts shooting people down. She's like, "That's one hell of a pilot."
Oh right, I guess that like she's shooting. Yeah, like right. He's in the sky. Yep, I want that. That'd be cool.
Like
too.
no, he just shoots somebody on the ground and she's like, "You're one hell of a pilot." What? Nothing.
I take
And
that.
I guess maybe give Gillen a book like about the Empire.
Empire.
Like,
well, it's already kind of like about the Empire.
what about the Imperial agents and troopers?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have it be like just about a single trooper and call it like.
Ooh, that actually gives me an idea. Just how about Gillen gets the First Order, and you can just do a book just about the First Order.
Yeah, once episode 8 comes out. That's the problem. We can't do anything in that era until episode 8 comes out because stupid end credit thing, or not end credit, stupid cliffhanger.
We probably might not have gotten it if we did do a cliffhanger. If we did,
Nah, we probably would have gotten something. Like if it's 2 years of Rey training, while Poe just does whatever.
that's true.
We could have just done Poe does whatever.
Poe does whatever. The book.
Poe runs errands for the Resistance base.
Has to wait.
Poe goes grocery shopping.
Poe goes to the McDonald's, to the Burger King, to the Star Wars Burger King.
It's like Poe and Snap, and then like the entire time Snap is just like pigging out.
No, Poe would pig
Damn
out
it,
too.
Porkins!
No, Poe would pig out too because remember he just eats Doritos while everyone else works out. I still love that picture. Just
He eats
Oscar.
Doritos with freaking chopsticks.
Yeah.
And maybe we could get maybe we could get a series about like Poe, or maybe we can get flashbacks to Poe as a kid, and maybe have him find like the Masasasi temples,
Ooh, that'd be cool.
or like find Naga Sadal's grave.
They grew up on Yavin, right?
Yep, that's because he is from what do you call it? Guatemala.
Guatemala? Guatemala,
Yeah, country.
Yes. Oh,
He is
right.
from there, and he asked for his for it to be Yavin because he grew up near where that was shot.
Oh.
So they had that whole thing about colonies on Yavin 4.
Ah, that's cool. It's Guatemala, yes.
The tropical moon of Yavin 4. The fourth moon of Endor. I don't know why I talked like a 1920s reporter, but yeah.
Fourth mood and our 23 canoe, 23 canoe.
General Madine.
General Nadine.
General Madine, the series.
Ooh, that'd be nice. He had a cool little history as an Imperial. Yeah. Anything else you can think of?
I guess maybe the continued adventures of Twilight Company.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Or did they die? I don't know.
I don't remember. I never
You
finished.
don't remember? You read the book.
I actually
No,
never.
I think they survived. Like you reread it, and it's like, and then they all died in the fiery explosion.
I think I forgot to finish that book. I've been very bad with my reading lately. I have the attention span of a 5-year-old. It's terrible. But yeah, do Twilight Company. That'd be cool. So yeah, that's all I can think of in terms of comics.
Yep.
So yeah, tell us what you people think. Leave your comments below. Let us know. And until next time, I'm JID123,
I'm Bradley Durantili.
and we'll see you next time. Take care.